Hello everybody and welcome back to the League of Legends. Today we are playing Support Soraka using the Order of the Banana. Yeah, Banana. Sorry guys, I didn't mentally prepare myself enough. We are playing Order of the Banana Soraka. And you guys see, in place of our nice usual stuff, we got a nice and tasty looking banana. What was that, guys? I'm pretty sure that was one of the new teasers for the new League of Legends champions coming out next, because they're supposed to be like yin and yang, a little black creature, a little white creature, and I heard they were called Sheep and Wolf, which makes me assume like it's almost like a sheep and a wolf. Who's this? Okay, let's go over the teams, so, because there's a question. Who is the support? We will discuss that amongst ourselves once we start the game. ADC Tristana, mid Zed. Yeah, mid Zed. Okay. If anything, I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to assume it's maybe Fiora in the bot lane, or it could maybe even be Aatrox. I'm actually going to say it's Aatrox. I'm going to take a good bet and say it's Aatrox. So I'm going to switch those two because those are the only two I'm going to switch. So let's go with the team. We got top Pantheon, Jungle Rengu. We've got Swain in the mid lane, ADC Lucian, Project Lucian, so he looks pretty badass, and support Order of the Banana Soraka. Remember guys, bananas are happiness. We on their team, I'm guessing top Fiora, Nunu, Jungle, I don't know, I messed that up. Jungle Nunu, everybody. Mid Zed, ADC Tristana, and support Aatrox, I think. Oh wow, I'm a little bit late, so I'm just going to throw down a stall call and be like, whoop. Sorry guys, I was going over the team, but I think it's 8. Okay, nope. Nope. It's Fiora. It's Fiora. Dang. Dang. I mean, I guess I did play the support Fiora walk, so maybe, just maybe, that person watched the video. I'm just kidding. Maybe they think support Fiora can walk. Maybe I was right. Maybe support Fiora does walk. I mean, I think that game actually went pretty well by standards. Ooh, getting off the hits. Just going to go ahead and get a lot of relic stack. Relic. I mean, not relic. Spell Thief's Edge Cost. I want some good tribute gold. Ooh, guys, that's going to hit. She walks right back into it. So maybe I'll kill her. Ooh, that's a nice animation for Fiora. So it seems like they're just going for a lot of damage, Ollie. Looks like the Tristana isn't really even trying, you know, to go ahead and fight. I'm actually going to throw that down there, see if I can't snare her. Not going to snare her, but I am going to get off of a Q on her, so that's pretty nice, pretty nice. So I am running through a lot of mana. Gonna wait to pop my biscuit till I absolutely need to. Gonna throw that down there. Gonna barely miss it just on. Just gonna barely miss. So I'm gonna go an ancient coin, but I like my usual when I go any support with AP. That missed again. I probably should be a bit more cautious with that, considering I don't want to just waste all my mana for no poke. And Fiora's somewhere in that bush. So I'm going to guess towards the center, and I sort of got right, I guess. Though, I guess, you know, if the Lucian came in a bit sooner, I would have exhausted, and I felt like that would have been a more confident fight, but the Lucian kind of backed off a bit too much. Because I guess, you know, Fiora can be definitely a scary opponent. And once, I'm actually going to pop my biscuit for the extra 10 mana. And I throw that out there and hit the Tristana head on. Gonna hit it with my banana. Gonna take a bit of damage, but you know, no big deal. No big deal whatsoever. Though, I was hoping I'd get more use of that one attack, but not really. Gonna actually throw it out there. Nope. I was hoping maybe to continue to pace back and forth and maybe get hit by it, but that does not seem to be the case. No kills have gone down, but it seems like the Rengar is prepping for a gank top lane, though because the Pantheon seems to be pushing a bit, it seems like maybe that wouldn't be an easy gank to get off. I'm actually gonna get ready, because I just need 10 more mana before I can get down to the star call. It seems like the Pantheon was able to push on and take out the Aatrox, so I would say good job, though he is being a bit rude. Aatrox, and thanks for playing. He's being a bit rude. Hide behind your block some more. Oh yeah, I guess he's saying he's not too happy about the passive of whoever, the passive of Pantheon, which allows him to block attacks in kind of like after a certain amount of time, I think, or a certain amount of auto attacks. I don't know. I'm actually going to go ahead and click him. Pantheon will block the damage from the next attack. Okay, that's what it does. I was hoping maybe I could get, maybe divine some information about how it works through clicking it, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw that down there, get some heal. Going to slow her down. She's going to kill me. Ugh, dang it. One more second on her and she would have died. I just didn't think she'd be hiding there. If I had more mana, hey, don't be mean. I didn't think she'd be there. Just gonna say like that because I mean like that's just rude. That's just like I mean I get that he's like okay why did you do that, but if I had any suspicion that she was in there, her job is to kill. Of course she's waiting, but she was so low. I mean okay, I get that I should have been more careful with how low I was, but I didn't really think she was gonna be waiting there. So Lucian doesn't have to be like, oh, well it was so obvious. I'm sorry guys, but I feel like people like that, like, he should have said like, I mean, he could have been like, maybe upset that I got killed, because that's bad, but I mean like, the way he's just talking to me like, is like I'm a complete and utter moron. So if you guys talk, I mean like, I feel like that's just how he's coming off. What do you guys think? I mean, for a sense as he's justified, but it's like, she was so low, it was risky, and you paid for it. Stop acting like I'm a moron. Because really, that's what makes me the most angry. When people act like they know so much more than you. They act like they're so much smarter. I mean, he's made mistakes in the past, I can even say right at the moment. Like I said before, if maybe he was a bit more, you know, risk-taking himself, we could have gotten him before. Can actually heal the Lucian. Like I'm thinking he should really be more willing to take a risk once in a while. Because if he was willing to stay up closer in that Exalt, he could have gotten the kill. But he's just like, back off, back off, back off. He flashed. I'm actually gonna... I don't know why he flashed that way, to be honest. If he flashed closer to me, I could have healed him. In my opinion. But it seems like the Fuhrer got away. Let's see. I'm going to just level up my heal just so I can do that. That pro play. I guess Pantheon is actually pretty good, and even though he can be a little loud and seemingly obnoxious. I wish I actually stayed a bit, because I could have gotten the Sight Stone, but instead I'm going to go ahead and get 2 Sight Words and a pink, and I'll go ahead and buy myself some potions. So let's see. Right now, the biggest threat is Fuhrer. So she's not going to support Fuhrer at all. She's going for kills, kills, and more kills. So I feel like the Lucian definitely made a few mistakes that last fight. Not saying it was hard to play, but because Fuhrer is definitely an annoying champion. But he made the same mistake that I did, which I'm just pointing it out because he should have known better if he's going to say I should have known better. That's just how it goes. Because Fuhrer, I guess, I didn't really expect her to be so antsy. Because I know, like, as someone like Fuhrer, I can be really, like, I'm going to say someone who's melee, someone who is definitely a very squishy champion, just out of nature as being kind of an assassin, a boss champion. I definitely feel like she's someone you should be more cautious on. But this Fuhrer seems to be very, you know, not cautious at all. She doesn't really care too much. And after all, I feel like we put a lot of pressure on in the beginning, but that's most likely because I wasted all my mana, that I felt like we were doing more damage, and because I wasted all my mana, I could not contest her at all. But I'm going to get off this because Lucian just made me a bit mad, and I'm not saying he was wrong at all, but you know, sometimes you can say it a bit nicer, you know what I mean? So, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I'm guessing that, of course, Fuhrer is in here somewhere. You can actually just go ahead and snare her up. I don't know why the Lucian is just so terrified. Like, I literally feel like this guy is just fighting so terrified. I'm not gonna die here. Soraka might jump, so I'm not gonna go. I think Lucian's got that, so I'm saying good job. But I feel like the Lucian is fighting so cautiously, which I don't get. I mean, I get for so in fact, maybe because I'm Soraka, I'm not as Soraka used to be a champion who couldn't really fight at all because she was definitely a very, you know, more like sit back and heal and give your teammate mana. Now I feel like she can definitely do a bit of damage. So I feel like that's how you should kind of like play her. Maybe being a bit more aggressive and less passive. That's just my honest opinion. Not going to say I know best, but that's just how I feel. And let's see. I think this Lucian's... I mean, he's not a bad player. He's just very cautious. He's not a risk taker, which can sometimes be bad, but I feel like, you know, it's not a bad thing to be hesitant, but you gotta kind of like know when you can take action without being afraid. So now that I have my warding trinket, I can actually put a ward, because now that I know that the Fiora is so aggressive, we're gonna need a lot of wards out. I don't need him to say, Pygmy, be careful. I know where the Tristana died recently, and I know exactly where the Fiora is. So it's not like I have to be afraid of her now that I know where she is. I'm going to put that down there. Just at most the ward off. Not going to get the cannon minion. It would have been nice if I could have because it was so close to dying. Going to actually throw that out there. Get both of them on it. So that's pretty nice because it does give a lot of self-healing. So you might want to wait till maybe you need some of that self-healing. But you also should make sure you get a lot of tribute stacks off, which you can get off with your auto attack. So you should always be aware of that you don't need to use your Q. I'm waiting for the Lucian to get here. Gonna actually go ahead and... Okay, that's not gonna hit her, whatever. But it's gonna still do a bit of damage. Fiora's coming in. Now that she has the bush on her, we should be a bit more careful. I'm actually gonna give the Lucian some health. And, okay, Fiora should have been dead. Okay, I'm actually gonna ult and then give him some more healing. So the Tristana actually managed to pull off a lot of damage. And I'm actually going to put another ward in this bush just because of Lucian's cautiousness. And to be honest, the fact that Fiora did get me once really did make me see that it could be better to get some caution in. They do have a ward themselves. You can tell because I automatically started attacking the minions. And that's just an example. Like if they have vision, you will automatically make you attack the minions. Just a heads up, if you guys didn't know that, though, you probably do, since I probably mentioned it before if you've seen any of my videos. Or maybe this is your first time, and I'd like to welcome you guys to my videos, and hopefully you guys do enjoy what you see, because, you know, I try my best to have fun rather than play super, you know, hardcore, but I also know a lot about being a support, so I try my best to teach maybe those who teach about the support role, because I feel like a lot of people don't like the support role, which is fine. You can all have your preferences, but I do feel that you should probably be more aware, like, how, as a support, you can be more active in the fight. Because a lot of times you just, like, people just don't like it at all. And actually pop my potion here. She's going to go after me. And because she parried, that actually stops her movement for a moment, which I don't know why she parried the wrong way. If she did parry the opposite way, I don't know, would she have been able to parry a tower shot? That's something you guys could probably look into for me. If you guys know that, or if you can search it up, how about in the comments down below you tell me what the answer is. Though I saw them there, I'm just kind of letting them know. Let them know we have vision there. And I'm actually going to physically put a ward down. Because sometimes, you know, just having that vision there will will kind of have them back off a bit more. Because if they know you can see them, they might not try to go in the bushes as much. Especially because Fiora's trying to be a whole assassin kind of thing. Gonna get the... No, I'm going to miss the Fiora and the Tristana, which is a bit saddening, but, I mean, it's not a big deal. Though I need to be aware of how low mana I have. Gonna miss both of them there, but I'm gonna get 2 minions, so it doesn't really matter. Instead of getting the maybe 10 gold for hitting them both, I got a lot more gold, so yeah. So it looks like, okay, yep, I get it. If they get too close, I'll back off immediately. She's actually going very hard for me. She's going to take 2 tower shots, which I feel definitely would be more damage than I took. But sadly, I don't have any real mana right now. And I'm kind of like hoping that the Fiora might try to be a bit too aggressive. Because if they do get too aggressive, I'm actually going to go ahead and heal myself. That ult's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, that stinks. My plan would have looked much better if I didn't get ulted and ignited. Well, I'm going to say good job, because he did do a good job. I was hoping to get them to be attacked by the tower, but that didn't happen. So my plan went a pretty bit haywire. Lucian's being a bit more confident than usual, but I guess that's because the Rengar's coming in. But the Fiora just backed off like crazy. I guess that's because she was pretty low. Dude, I was trying to bait it. I mean, I obviously knew that they were gonna dive me. I know that much. I was just trying to see if I can bait it and get one of them killed. Which I did get one of them killed. I don't need this guy to backseat play League for me. So let's see. What was I going to get next? Twin Shadows. Yeah, that's what I usually get. Going to get an Aether Wisp for the attack damage, ability power, and the movement speed, because movement speed is really nice, especially with Soraka's passive. It does do good synergy. Which, if you guys don't know, Soraka's passive gains 70% bonus movement speed when moving towards an ally with below 40% health, which kind of just allows you to get closer in to heal them when they need to be healed, which I think is a pretty nice feature. Because let's say this, like, you see that little mark over his head, that means he needs to be healed. So I don't know the range of my passive. Like, you see, I start moving faster, which means I can get off closer to get off a heal on him, which is pretty nice. So there's Lucian. He's getting caught out a bit. I don't think there's much I can actually do to help him. Okay, if she did continue to dive me, she would have gotten caught out. I don't think there's anything I could do to save the Lucian, sadly. If I could have, I would have. You know what I mean? If I was thinking about ulting, but I felt like he was still in such a bad position that I couldn't really do much there. Not going to get anyone there, sadly, but I almost have my E up again. Let's see. I'm actually going to level up my E secondly, just because of the increase to the root duration, which will be very powerful if I can get off a root. It takes such a lot of cast time for me to use my Q, which is a bit problematic. I'm actually going to put some wards down, because I do know Aatrox could be around. But this Pantheon is such a man. For some reason, this Pantheon is... Well, I mean, Pantheon is also known as Mantheon. But I'm actually kind of surprised at some points, because he's just going really, really aggressive, which is not a bad thing. Because he's definitely pulling it off. He's 6'2". It's just that sometimes, you know, just being with the Lucian here, who's been so passive lately, it's just kind of maybe a bit surprising to see. Lucian probably shouldn't have stopped using his ultimate. I mean, Pantheon are probably going to be able, and Swain are going to be able to cut them off pretty easily. Pantheon jumped onto the Mununu, though, and it definitely kind of paid off, though. He did die. I probably could have ulted and saved his life, thinking about it now, so that's definitely a my bad moment. There's Fiora trying to come in on me. So I'm going to stick with my team, try to get a fight off. Though, I guess... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, he wanted me to ward. That's what the ping was for, I guess. Which, I did. I had no problem warding that. That's what I like, you know, that was a bit more like, you know, just, he didn't say it like, that was nice and friendly. I wish my ult was as fast as TF's. So let's see, can we get him? I'm actually going to throw down my Q there. Okay. I'm going to actually heal myself. Not going to die, of course. Aatrox is going to try to get to me. He's going to slow me down. I'm actually going to throw down my Q here. And hopefully Lucian can take him down. I have a good amount of faith in Lucian. Though, maybe if he did try to get maybe follow me up a bit. Not saying he didn't do a good job. He was just backing off. I just feel like sometimes you got to be more aggressive in life. Like, if we went in closer a bit sooner, we probably could have killed one of them. Just thinking about it at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and just silence him just for the... Okay, no, I didn't get a kill save the Rengar's life. I healed. Maybe I healed a bit too late. I was hoping to heal him, then use my W on him. And it seems like they're targeting the Aatrox. So yeah, I'm not doing too great job here. Though I do feel like that's probably because me and my ADC are off tilt, I guess. Not saying either one of us is bad. I'm just saying we're very different kind of people. As in, like, I would prefer to be more aggressive, while he would prefer to be more passive. Which I guess, you know, definitely can kill a lane kind of group. Because if you're on different kind of, like, if you guys want to do different things, you know, you're never gonna, maybe, if you don't agree on what you want to do, it kind of makes it difficult to do one thing. Because if I try to go aggressive, I can't do that without a Lucian. And if Lucian wants to stay passive and I keep going aggressive, it's not going to work out too well for me if I end up dying a lot and feeding the lane, which I'm not saying I am or would have. If going aggressive was such, you know, a bad idea that I couldn't do it, I would have stopped. Looks like Pantheon's pretty low, so he should definitely be careful from the Zed, but it seems like Zed is just backing off. My passive should be going up soon for the Pantheon, and I'll try my best to heal him. Heal him up pretty nice. If I could have a bit more time to heal him, I could probably heal him up pretty full, actually. Too bad he's not staying. It would have been nice, though. I was trying to get him to stay. Maybe stick around if there was a fight about to commence. Maybe help us fight mid lane. I'm actually thinking about using 3. Okay, I managed to not be seen by the Zed. That's nice. The fact that they put a ward down means it probably wasn't one before. But now I can't come from that side. Gonna go ahead, slow him down, heal him. Okay, that's bad. Dang it. I didn't get close enough to heal him in time. And Nunu's ultimate just completely and utterly destroyed me. He's going AP Nunu, meaning they don't really have a tank. I mean, I guess he's getting somewhat tank, but they don't really have too much of a tank. Okay, this Pantheon. You are too good. You are just too good. He's carrying us. He's definitely going to be the one to carry us. So, I guess that wasn't a great idea. Okay, so he's going ahead and getting the Tristana. That's good. Though it seems like Tristana may be able to get him now, simply because she used a Buster Shot to knock him away. And yep, the explosive, whatever bomb, don't know what it's called at the moment. The explosive shot. Come on, Rengar. My stun didn't even affect his head. It did. I guess, you know, he just kind of died from the other people there. So like I said, Soraka can be very aggressive in lane if you want to, because she does have that Q, which does a lot of damage very early. And it does give you a lot of heal, so it's a good poking tool. And if you do have a good aggressive combo, like, that can go aggressive, you can definitely go very aggressive. But the thing is, Viola Lonesome, like, she's not very strong at trading, simply because, as you guys have saw, I ran out of mana fairly quickly. So that's something you gotta always kind of have on your mind. So let's see. Right now we pretty much know where they all are, so that's pretty nice. And while we're just not doing anything really important, I'm gonna go ahead, go to mid lane and kind of analyze the last fight. Because I was coming in from the side with the Swain already getting busted down so much. That was a really bad call on me. I probably should have just ulted and maybe tried going another route. I was just trying my best to save him, which I couldn't do. And the fact is, Nunu made it even worse, simply by him just being in the whole area and me not being able to do anything there. I'm gonna try to get off my Q, but I think the Zed's gonna flash. But because the Nunu was there, I should have tried to predict his ultimate maybe, because that was a really strong ultimate. And the fact that we were all kind of bunched up should have made it obvious to me that an ultimate from him should have been kind of predicted a bit. But, you know, whatever. So, yeah. Sometimes you can't just rush into fights. Being overly aggressive can be a really bad thing, as you guys saw there in that fight. But then you also, if you guys also saw the Pantheon getting so aggressive at the turret, even though it was so close to dead and there was quite a few of them, you can see that sometimes being aggressive doesn't pay off. I'm afraid there's Zed going on me because my team isn't super close. I'm actually going to go ahead and heal the Pantheon. Going to slow him down, try to heal the Pantheon again. And I didn't get my heal off in time, it doesn't seem. Dang. And I feel like, here's another example of our team. I think our team is very not in sync, is what I'd say. That's what I would definitely say. We could be doing much better if our team was more in sync with, you know, what they want to do. Like, because the Pantheon went in very, very hardcore, and the Swain and Lucian were just backing off, I feel like that was probably why that didn't work out, because our team didn't have a clear idea of just what they wanted to do, so they were going in both directions. Like, just one person was backing off, and maybe I should have just backed off as well and should have just went with my team, but if we all went aggressive at that moment, I'm sure with how long the Pantheon survived, you could have taken them all out with very little casualties, which is the problem in a lot of games like League of Legends, because you're 5 random people most likely going with each other unless you do queue with our friends. you don't know how the other people will play. They might not play to your playstyle. You kind of have to adapt. So I'm thinking, in all honesty, I should be trying to go much less aggressive, trying to be more passive, trying to just stick with my team. But, you know, I haven't been doing that, so I'm going to say that's bad on me. I'm actually going to go ahead and sweep this, make sure they can't see me. No one's here. I'm going to try to just walk up to the Swain. I just want to say, I'm just going to say it's probably best if I stick with my team. And I'm going to say bot lane. Since Swain requested help, hopefully, you know, maybe someone other than me will come. It seems like Pantheon's coming, which is pretty nice. So if the Tristana continues to push, I'm going to get off my 3. I'm actually going to go around her. Pantheon had the same idea, which was the really bad. Like, if we were strategized this a bit better, it would have been so much better. But because we didn't strategize it, like, I was going to come from behind, thinking, oh yeah, if I come from behind, I can force her towards the Pantheon, or the Pantheon can force her towards me. And I was hoping to go from behind and get off my my E, the Equinox, to snare or block the path of the Tristana. But because the Pantheon jumped behind her, it kind of alerted them. Alerted the Tristana to go in the other direction. What she was trying to do there was she was trying to get executed to the turret so that we wouldn't get the gold, that they would get it. You know what I mean? It's point and click, literally. Okay. Whatever. I don't know what they're talking about there. I'm guessing they're saying that Pantheon's a point and click champion, that he's easy to play. Which I guess is kind of true because all of his skills, minus his E and his ultimate, are actually targeted. They want us to back off, so I'm going to just play to my team like... Lucian signals, be careful. That's literally every champion. Not mine. I guess, yeah, Zed has... Yeah, like, that's the thing. You can really... You kind of point and click. Well, Pantheon is someone who's more like point and click. Skill shots. You gotta land them. You still have to click. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying. I mean, I was gonna say, oh yeah, you kind of point and click. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. I'm gonna actually throw out the ghost. They're gonna jump, and I'm slow, but I'm hoping to get the snare off on the Nunu, which he stayed in my snare long enough to get him down, so that's pretty nice. And I increased it. Just having a stronger, longer root duration is definitely been really nice. The problem with them is they have so many champions with mobility. They have Zed's Shadow Hop, Aatrox's Q, which he just jumps and lands. Everyone on their team has some form of, you know, mobility. He's going to get snared from walking back into it. I'm going to get hit by that. Not too big of a deal. Fior's trying to push bot lane, so I'm actually going to... Looks like the Rengar's going in to fight that. Fiora rise to his antics, just backed off very much so. And Pantheon scared the Fiora in the other direction, which wasn't a bad plan considering that Rengar was on the other side, like you saw. So they ended up having both sides covered very well. But the thing is, Pantheon probably should have done that a bit earlier because the Rengar had already gotten so close to the Fiora that she turned and ran past him with little difficulty. Gonna go ahead, check for wards here. Gonna call for the help of my team. Lucian can push, but I feel like me and Rengar could take out the Zed. And it seems like my whole team is coming to meet and converge. I don't want to get too close. I think the minions might just see me. But it seems like he just used his shadow as well. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get that at least slow off. I can actually speed myself up with this. And I'm gonna say, yeah, he flashed, which wasn't a bad thing, but he also managed to get off a slow, which is bad. I'm actually going to go ahead and put more wards out. I'm going to put another ward back here. Okay, so he flashed, which might or may not. It seems like actually he's going ahead and going to attack. I'm actually going to go ahead and heal the Rengu just in case he got too low. And let's see, we could definitely say we're in a much superior position. Our Pantheon is just beyond fed. Though, if you look at the team, Fiora's definitely a problem. Though most of them else have very low amount of kills. So I'm going to say my goal should be to try to kind of like stick to the Pantheon. Because I kind of like, I'm strong with a teammate. Okay, so I did manage to snare, even though, like, you saw how long she stood in my snare. I feel like just because, like, Soraka's abilities are so delayed, you gotta be, like, really on point with them for abilities, which can be very difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal. And it's, like, that's the point. Like, because they jumped onto the Pantheon, we managed to force them off, because if they didn't force them off, they would have been kind of snared by me and the Swain. And I probably should have used my Ghost a bit sooner. Dang it, I should have used them a bit sooner so that they couldn't so easily walk out of those snares. Like, you see, I managed to force the Zed off because he didn't want to get snared. Like, that's something that we can do very well. We can kind of control the flow of battle pretty well through that. There should be a ward here that I saw them place. So I'm actually going to go ahead and maybe have me and the Pantheon destroy them both. So they just denying them vision is going to be pretty strong. Though, I guess, you know, when you auto-attack them, you do kind of grant them vision. So I'm going to back off a bit, try to lose vision, and try to queue over the wall on the champions for the heals. Can actually go ahead and throw out my own snare. We're going to get kind of chain snares off. Going to get off a heal, which is pretty nice, but I should be careful of the Fiora. And it looks like Nunu's coming in, so that's someone else to be careful about. Going to heal this Wayne, though it does take my own health, so I should be very careful with my own health. Because while I can heal them, I should save for more of a pinch. If they jump onto the Swain and burst him down, or the Pantheon and start bursting them down, I should wait till they're very low to give that surprise. Because it's very surprising when, you know, you just instantly almost die. And when they're about to kill somebody, it's more likely they're not going to expect the heal. So, like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this one move that should be sure to kill them, and then they don't die. They kind of might hesitate a bit because they were so sure of the kill. Yeah, we're kind of like putting off a lot of poke pressure. The thing is, they're very good at they're able to defend themselves pretty well from the siege, which is the problem. And like you see, Zed, Nunu, Aatrox, they're able to constantly get off those pokes. Okay, so he died pretty fast, which was a bad idea. Okay, and that missed, but I'm gonna throw out my own attacks, though it doesn't seem like I'll be able to get them. And Aatrox may be able to easily jump to me, just to get an idea where they are. It seems like they did back off, and Tristana should easily die. So if I come out from behind and maybe try to get the Aatrox, maybe aid my team, since they did kill the Lucian. I'd say the biggest threat is the Fiora, so I'm actually going to go ahead and attack her. I'm going to be nearby to heal the Aatrox if necessary. I mean, heal the Rengu if necessary. So yeah, they're going to jump on me because that was a very smart idea, because they knew that I was going to sit there and just constantly be healing. Dang it. So that's something you can do as Soraka. If you just stand by and kind of stick out of the fight, but just close enough to be constantly able to heal. I hate that champ. Which one? Question mark. Because, you know, there was both the Aatrox and the Fiora, which I can understand he might hate the Fiora. Probably. It's probably Fiora, because after he walks, she has been very strong in trading with the parry now, because it just can be very annoying. And then Aatrox, he's also very annoying because he has revive past it, but he also does have a knock up on his Q, and he's a very strong trader with his ultimate and his W, which can either do bonus damage every few auto attacks, or it can do other things, such... Give me a second. Not Rylai's. I meant to get Rabadabadoo-Dons. Can't get anything yet. I'm going to probably try to get the Needlessly Large Force. But Aatrox, with his passive, either he does every few auto attacks extra damage, or every few auto attacks he does a heal. I don't know why Pantheon's calling that cheap. I could have won that 2v1. I guess, you know, Zed came in and I guess maybe got the last hit and maybe killed him. So it seems like maybe. But 3v1, nah. Yeah. So I'd say Pantheon's definitely killing us. I mean, I think we're doing a decent job. I think, yeah, I did a decent job there. Because I've been doing pretty well with just healing my teammates, so I haven't been in... a lot of times I haven't been in a really great position in correspondence with my own team. So I'm going to make the predictions, and that's actually really strong at the moment. Because I managed to get Rylai's, which will give my abilities a slow now, meaning now that my E has a slowing feel, it's more likely that I'll be able to snare my opponent. I'm going to go, oh what, my point and click heal didn't do anything. Dang it. Like, you see, that's the problem. Like, if your event just came to this point where she just does so much damage, you literally can't do anything to her. Or, like, the fact is, they do so much damage in correspondence, like, they can dive you and not have anything to really worry about. And they managed to take our turret, but we did take, well, no, we only got 2 of them, which is bad, because now they're definitely catching up. Not in kills, of course, but they're catching up in objectives. They pretty much have all our turrets, except all our turrets except 1, which is what we have. We have 6, they have 5. They have more dragons than us. So I'm going to say that's definitely, oh, they got Nunu, so that did put us a bit more even, but like I said, we have to worry more about objectives. Because you see, like, we're not really even in kills, but this game is not won yet. We definitely can see that they're being very strong, but that's because they're going for gold. They're not getting kill gold, but they're getting objective gold. They probably gotten a few shutdowns as well, because we do have Pantheon and, like, Vanguard and people getting a lot of multi-kills, and shutting them down after that multi-kill does give quite a bit of gold. So that's something you gotta worry about. And to be honest, like, none of them are really superiorly that strong. And I shouldn't really be going too close to Zek. I kind of want to, try to poke him down a bit. I managed to get a heal off, so whatever damage he did to me was negated. And if you guys saw before with the Fuel, if I put down my Slowing Field and they step into it, not my Slowing Field, but my Silence, and it also gives a snare if they stay in it too long, but which is really hard, like I said, to get off, but now it's a bit easier. Okay, he jumped over, which was smart. If we can get off a good snare, this will be a good place to start our fight. And as you guys saw, that Aatrox got slowed just from being in my snare field. He's going to try to get on me, maybe. No, it looks like he's not going to, and I'm actually going to throw off my Ghost to try to slow him down myself, and then get off my snare once more. Okay, he's going to jump over the wall, which makes me prompt. Okay, I was close to hitting. Close, but not quite. So let's see, they have 2 people down, so that should be this should be good enough for us to get the turret. Because by themselves, they should not be able to defend it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and throw that down there to kind of like force the Zed off. And let's see, he's going to die. I'm actually going to throw that down there and try to get him. He's going to get snared and die. I was trying to do it with when he got back from his revive so that I'd hit him with my Q. Right now, we only are missing, we managed to kill. They're still 2 down, so that's decent enough for us to kind of like try to force a fight. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely going well for us. Now that we killed the Tristana and we have the Aatrox still down, we should be able to get off a good fight here. I'm going to go ahead and try to get off my snail field. Not going to get it off quite. Not the biggest deal. I'm going to go ahead and, because Fiora is so strong, I'm going to exhaust her. And I'm going to be careful of the Nunu because he's definitely going for me, simply because he knows I am very low. And I use my ultimate, so I don't have that anymore. Though I do have my heal for a quick heal if I need to for my team. Okay, I managed to get a slow up on her. She's going to probably go right for me. And like, you see that burst damage, but now this is going to be very hard because when she's in this field, she and her teammates are going to get healed. Which is definitely bad. So yeah, I probably should have healed myself sooner, or should have tried to get farther away from the Fiora, because she does so much more damage that, I mean, even though I know how much damage she is, I keep underestimating her, even though I should, at this point, not be underestimating her. So Pantheon's going in from behind, which is pretty nice. I don't think he'll be able to chase anybody, though. But he might be able to get close to someone, though I don't think he'll be able to fight them all alone, so hopefully Lucian kind of goes back in there. Yeah, Lucian kind of didn't try to help, which I feel like was the reason why. Though I understand Lucian's kind of like hesitation because all of them are pretty strong. Like looking at Lucian, he's 7'4". The Zed is 7'5". The Nunu's 5'13", and the Aatrox is 4'10". And like I've seen them all do such a massive amount of damage. It's easy enough to see. Okay, I don't want to mess with those guys. So let us see. We ourselves gotta focus on trying to stay out of the fight. Use whatever range we have to kind of like stay away and kind of heal our team from afar. We gotta and get off maybe post with our Q because, like I said, our W now does require our own health in order to deal that heal. And it seems like they're going towards the Baron, so we gotta be careful of that. We don't want them to take the Baron. So we have a good amount of AoE with me and the Swain. I'm actually going to go with the Swain, who already had a good amount of CC there. Going to go ahead and heal the Swain, saving my ultimate in case the Swain needs it. Seeing that he did need it, I'm going to go heal him again. Keep him healthy, away from the teammates. Going to snare the Nunu, get off my Q. And they already got Baron so low. Baron, not Dragon. And we have everyone alive, so our whole team should have Baron, which is pretty nice. Gonna go ahead and heal the Rengu, heal the Swain. Tristana's there. I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw out my ghost. I'm either gonna force her to jump. Okay, yeah. I was hoping maybe she would jump a bit sooner and maybe I'd get my Q off, my E off on her to at least slow her, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna be an option. But only Tristana's live, so we should be able to take her down with pretty much ease. Gonna go ahead and hit her for the heal, though I did get a few torch shots on me, so it doesn't really matter. Gonna see if I can't snare her. Gonna get off another Q just for the heal. No, I'm actually gonna miss my Q, but this is pretty much over. So I'm gonna say GG, well played, because they did play very well. I saw them they were very strong, and they were able to really manipulate team fights. They were able to really fight well, and they killed me a lot. I mean, I don't know if that's because I was a threat. I mean, I do feel like if they left me alone and just left me to be able to heal my teammates, let me get close enough, but like they ignored me and went for my teammates, I would have been able to constantly be able to heal them, which would have given our team a great advantage in team fights. But I felt like they really did go for me early, which maybe because I was definitely a priority because of that healing factor. I don't know. Maybe I just got too close too often, and I was too easy to kill. So let's go over Soraka real quick. She can be aggressive early in lane, and if you do build damage on her, like I like to get the Rabadon Death Cap as my final item, you can definitely do a lot of good poke damage, though you're not going to be very strong late on, so you should pretty much stay back and either try to wait for them to engage and get off a good E, or try to predict where they're going to be in a few seconds and try to get off with your E. Even if you don't get your E off, like I said with the Rise, I could get off a slow, which will be very powerful, or I could even block them off. Like, I was able to keep the Zed at bay, but also I could try to redirect them. Instead of, like, putting it behind them, maybe if I put it in front of them, maybe instead of running to it, it'll cause them to turn around or take another route. So that's something you can do with Soraka, but you always have to focus your teammates' health. You can look at you don't see it right here right now, but you can see your teammates' health. Even if you're not there, you should try to get off if it looks like they can win a fight, if you kind of, like, see that they're getting low, you might want to see, oh, who are they fighting? How many people are they fighting? By looking at the mini-map. And if they're doing a 1v1, maybe use your ultimate to heal them, because that could very well turn the tide of the fight very easily. So Soraka, well, still not a super, like, just heal and mana bot. She still is very reliant she's very reliant on her heals to be useful. So that's kind of what you should focus on her. But you should also try to get better with predicting, because she does have a bit of a cast time on two of her other abilities other than her heals. And her snare can be very strong, her silence can be very strong if you can get used to it. And even if you don't snare them, your silence can be very strong, as it will stop any champion from casting abilities. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If so, remember to like, subscribe, and vote in the straw button down below. Tomorrow is Friday, meaning does support blank work? And we've got a good 5 people out there. So who are you guys going to vote for, and who do you want to see if they can be a support? And I'll see you guys next time on the League of Legends.